Hello, I'm Romain. Thank you for your explanation about Indians and to corresponding with us. Before corresponding with you, I used to know that Indians screamed and used to scream and dance around fire. So now I know that's false. I know that's false. Indians didn't scream and yelling around fire. Um, ju- um, the fire. Um, the Indians used the fire like lights for in the night. Um, Before corresponding, I don't I used to think that all Indians were the same. So the tribes was have the same housing, have the same clothing. So now I know that the housing are so different from tribes to tribes. The tribes and the tribes are so different about the clothing, about the color, about the handwork. Um, uh, um, I already known that Indians are environmentalists, but now I know that that's still the same. Indians are still environmentalists. The nature, um, the nature still provides things for the Indians, and now I know that you still used the the pipes for special ceremonies. Ceremonies. You still use old clothing. You still tell old stories at young people, and that's all I think. So thank you so much for your explanation. Bye.
Hello, Peyu, I'm Maxime. First of all, thank you so much. It's an incredible experience. I don't have words to describe how caring woman you are, so thank you. Before corresponding with you, I used to think that Indians really looked like the Indians we see in the movie, but you told me that a huge percentage of this movie are completely wrong, and they only show us 1, 2, 3 tribes of Indians, when in fact there are over 600 tribes, and each tribe has his own customs, dress, and languages. So the movie are inaccurate. I don't know that. I was amazed to learn that smoke means something. Smoke signals were used by Indians to gather or to signal a danger. I find this ingenious because they are not means of communication. I would never have thought that the Indians. Oh, I forgot about smoke. Each tribe has his own pipe carrier. It's a man who handles the smoke during a special ceremony of a healing ceremony when someone used the pipes. After use the pipe, he cannot lie to the pipe carrier. So about hunting, I would never have thought that the Indians pay attention to the childbirth period of the animals. They don't hunt during this period. They do that they do that to pay attention to the balance of men and animals. So I think it's enough. Thank you and take care of yourself.
Hello Peyu, so my name is Samira. Before beginning, I wanted to thank you for the fact that you respond to my mail. Before corresponding with you, I really thought that the Indian population used to live far from the cities, but in your email I saw that it can depend. So there are Indians, people who can live, who lives in the cities, or other people in the mountains or near the farms. And one of the things that I thought too before reading your mail was the fact that I really thought that when you used to build the fire, it was only to have fun and to dance around it, but you people use it for the light to see each of you. And another thing, je pourrais dire tout.
So she told you about animals, about housing.
Oh yes. I also thought that people used to live in houses made of woods, but as you said in your mail, there are people who have apartments, condos, or people who live in the tribal types homes, but that will depend if you are rich or if you have a good job that will help you to have like an apartment or modern houses. And what really attracted me in your mail was the fact that I really thought that you people were still using the old tribes for the meats, like using salts to conserve your meat, but now I can say that I don't have that old idea of the fact that you people don't have a lot modern stuffs, like maybe a fridge or cars, and that's it. Bye.
Hello, Peyu. I'm Tabata, the number 2 in the picture. For the beginning, I want to thank you for responding to my mail and for the time you take for explain to me the things where I don't know. I want to say that I learn a lot of new things about a lot of topics, like the first man in America. You learn to me that the first man is Vikings and not Christopher Columbus. And you learn to me that the Mandan tribes, the women of the Mandan tribes have blonde hair and blue eyes. I think that the whole of Indians have black hair and red skin. It's a stereotype and not a real fact. I learn about racism in your tribes to each other. I didn't know before that the tribes have a bad link to each other, and I think that all of the Indians are friends. But you told to me that the tribes in the reservation called Res have problems to each other and have problems to the government, and I didn't know before. I learned too that your people have a lot of massacres, more than I think. I didn't know that the Indians people haven't got any weapon and or less than American people, and I think that the battle is equal, but no, you told me that the Indians people have more massacres like Mountain Creek, and that's horrible. I think that the Indians have more problems with cowboy, but you told me that the biggest problem is the cavalry, not the cowboys, and you told me that the comics and books and films show the wrong thing about your people and about your tradition, like the tradition with nature. You are near the nature because you live in there and you respect her, and it's respectfully. Goodbye and have a good day.